My brother and I started the company back in 2021. We bought a cabin for short-term renting in Sevierville, Tennessee. It did very well for us, but the frustration was I'm in Texas, he's in Florida. If we wanted to make an update to the property, we had to rely on other people who were boots on the ground there that didn't necessarily share our sense of urgency or vision. I understood how important little things are in running a short-term rental or a fleet of properties. And cut forward 2023, we wanted to start an Austin-based short-term property management company. Since our property was in Tennessee, we didn't have any properties to start from. So we figured getting a recognizable name like Casago would help us with credibility in the market. Over a 3-month period of time, we interviewed them all, looked at the cost, what you got for it, and it was a no-brainer for us. Casago definitely was the best fit for us. And in March of 2023, we started our franchise. Not a property to manage at that point. By the time we got back from our training, we had 2 properties that we had signed, and we got our first bookings in June of 2023. Fast forward to December 30th, 2024, we got the announcement of the Casago-Vacasa merger. Going from 12 properties right now to 180 properties is going to be a major undertaking. The reason we got into Enso Connect in the first place is because we knew we were going to grow to a point where we had to have systems in place for communication. Having that unified inbox, having the automated messaging, having the AI incorporated, having the smart lock code generation integrated. All of that was very inviting with going with Enso Connect. I'm the only full-time employee currently in Austin, and we're about to hire about 6 employees, including a general manager. It'll be 9 people to start once the acquisition goes through. 180 properties roughly across 2.5-hour span across Texas. I met Francois at a show. I was already looking for unified inbox capabilities, and the things that attracted me to go with Enso Connect instead of some of the other platforms that I reviewed was the smart lock integration was a big one. The integration of the guest vetting into the platform was another. We had decided this is a really good fit for our business, and it has been. I found that streamlined the creation of the messaging, a lot of coding. So I was looking for something that was a little bit more accomplished. The second thing that I was looking for was trying to cut out the middleman on the smart lock integration and the guest vetting. So having all 3 of those built into the same platform was a big feather in the cap for Enso. Other competitors, none of them have that integration of the smart lock like Enso, and that's huge. Having a single relationship for all 3 of those things makes it easier for us to scale. We are using Superhog through Enso Connect. It's very smooth. The overriding reason why we chose Enso Connect, I didn't want to be working with other platforms to connect to other platforms if I could avoid it. And so having one platform for connecting to all of those was very attractive to me. It's been a great partnership for growing together. The fact that we can do everything in that platform, the automated communication, the concierge services, building out of the electronic guidebooks, the guest vetting, the creation of the dynamic door codes, all of that in a single platform, it has been a godsend. Not just for where we've been, growing from 2 to 12 properties. But now that we're doing this big acquisition, there's no way we could scale without having that kind of centralized platform for being able to manage those guest communications. Centralizing all of our operations and communications with our guests. The reporting is great. The upsells that we've been able to generate specifically from the automated messages that Enso helped us to put into the platform have been surprisingly greater than what we anticipated, and we've only scratched the surface. There's some third-party concierge things that we can put in there that are going to just make it even more pivotal. And it's not about the additional revenue nearly as much as making the guest experience much more seamless and straightforward, so we get positive reviews, which creates more of a groundswell of direct bookings before and after the fact. We've definitely increased, if you just look at just the early check-ins and late checkouts, it's been worth it. But there have been others. There's been aftermarket pet fees, excursions. We haven't even gotten into the big market yet. Fredericksburg, Texas is a big wine destination. That's going to be huge. And Enso is going to connect our guests into several services that can help them get there and take advantage of those types of services. Having a chef on site at the property, those kinds of things are all things that we can do through Enso. It's literally having a single platform for the vast majority of the things that we have to do every booking, the communications, the security, the excursions, the guidebooks, all of that in a single platform is immeasurably important for us already. But as we scale, we won't be able to scale without having that. Enso Connect is as an important of a partner for Casago Highland Lakes as any of our partnerships out there right now. AI component as it sits today is good. I love when a message comes in, I've already got a quick response that I can just hit send that has been generated by the platform. And I think that was the right way to do it, to build that first, and then for it to learn about our markets, our properties. And I'm looking forward to having AI automatically respond to some of those things after it's been already checked off as an accurate response. It's the evolution that I've seen in the partnership that I really like. AI is going to be a big part of everything, and I like the fact that Enso's protecting us from incorrect information going out the door as much as trying to make it easy on us. The main thing in regards to our situation that would convey to all professional short-term property managers is having that cohesiveness with the property management software, where Enso can step up and do things a little easier, a little bit more seamlessly than the property management software does, even though we could do some of what we do through Enso in Streamline. It's just I found that the process to build it in Streamline was a little too cumbersome and time consuming, and it was much easier inside of Enso. And I think you're going to find that with any property management software compared to Enso. The guidebooks was something that we weren't taking advantage of when we first started. We were building local hard copy guidebooks, and that was very time consuming. So actually having this not only built into the platform, but as I bring on a new property, it automatically has some of those attributes ready to go for that property based off of the geography and the amenities that we have built into this, makes it much more scalable. And as we go to the 180 properties, that's going to be critical for our long-term success. I would, and I have. The main reason why we stick with Enso is the level of support, all these different things that we want to do in a single platform. We rely on Enso for a lot of different things, not just our universal inbox communications. If you were to look up Highland Lakes, Texas, you're not going to find anything. It's a region, it's not a city. And we cover from the northern suburbs of the 10th largest city in the United States in Austin. And then we cover very rural type destination markets, lake markets, hill country markets, wine markets. So we have very different specific types of destinations within our portfolio of properties. Because of this, we need something that's going to both scale to all those different types of businesses, and where we could put in very specific, unique guest experiences for those properties. It's very easy to do inside of Enso. We find that to be very pivotal in growing our business moving forward. We can use Enso for upsells as a means for consolidating all of our communications. We can use Enso to build a very attractive and compelling guidebooks for folks, all in that single platform. I'm sure there are other property managers that have as big a territory as us, but it's certainly the exception and not the rule. And the fact that we can leverage Enso in different ways for these different smaller pockets of our market is very attractive for us.